Alright, what's going on? This is Dr. Tan here. As I mentioned, I'm going to be going over this VOD between Tweek and MKLeo at Frostbite 2020. My goal of the stream is so that we can all, for all of us that's in here, we can make ourselves better players. As far as Super Smash Bros. Ultimate goes, both these players are some of the best players in the world, number 1 and number 2, I think. So there's going to be some stuff that we're not going to understand right away, but given time, with just with all the analysis and experience that we can apply within friendlies and tournaments, we'll be able to, get higher up in the levels and improve our tournament performance. So let's go ahead and begin.
The last time Tweek was able to win against MKLeo an entire year ago, and now they're back coming out here, and we're seeing the Wolf.
So right off the bat, just kind of want to talk about matchups a little bit. Wolf is a very mix-up heavy character. A lot of his options are pretty straightforward, but he has excellent frame data so that he can essentially do whatever he wants in neutral. Laser is one of his best neutral tools, so MKLeo is going to have to look out for that the entire time, but at the same time we need to be careful about triggering the Rebel's guard, because that will just fill up the Arsene gauge. So my guess is that MKLeo is going to play a lot of the bait and punish game around these mix-ups. He knows that Wolf's going to be going for a lot of mix-ups in neutral and for advantage state as well. He just needs to find his openings and apply some pressure here and there, but he doesn't want to apply constant pressure.
The Wolf is in the building, and he did say that this is a character that he wants to start using more often here in the break.
So a couple things I do want to talk about a bit is that, let's see here.
And now they're back coming out here, and we're seeing the Wolf.
The Wolf is in the building, and he did say...
Yeah, so one thing that I really want to mention is that Wolf has really good aerial drift, so shielding his fair neutral air can be really tricky, because weak Nair is really good for starting combos. It's a good interruption tool. Fair is a really good combo starting tool because it can lead into like 30 or 40%. So if Wolf is throwing out fairs a lot, you can either interrupt him in the air with your own aerial before he throws out the fair, or you can simply just bait and punish. Nair, same deal. You gotta be a little more careful about it though. From a character like, let's see, Joker, he doesn't have a strong disjoint aside from like up smash, but at 0% you don't necessarily want to go for that sort of thing.
Say that this is a character that he wants to start using more often here in the bracket. He doesn't want to only just like tunnel vision on one character against his opponents, and I think Wolf definitely has the tools to actually face off against this character. Here we go, game 1. Tweek versus MKLeo with a set count, all-time set count of 9-2. With PGR,
both these players are going to be very careful about not overextending
and
in
keep
neutral,
in mind,
because it just leads to them getting...
But keep in mind that the first 2 times that they did face off against each other, I believe Tweek was able to beat MKLeo. So it's kind of shocking to see right now that he lost the last 9 times or so in a row.
I'm not sure if Tweek was expecting
off against each other. I believe
I'm not sure if Tweek was expecting Leo to stay on the ground or be in the air.
So it's kind of shocking to see right now.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was planned or not, but Nair's really good for covering multiple options, because if MKLeo was just going to camp below the platform, it would have been a pretty effective pressure tool. But since MKLeo jumped, he met him in the air with a strong Nair. It doesn't look like that Tweek really got a whole lot off of it, so I don't think it was necessarily planned.
That he lost the last 9 times or so in a row, but Tweek trying to mix it up, going Wolf this time around. I have not seen his Wolf against MKLeo almost ever, but let's see what he could do this time.
Yeah, man, you're definitely right about that. It was a totally different atmosphere as well, right? We didn't have the Joker. We saw MKLeo. He wanted to opt for many different characters too. If you think about it, like back in the day, we saw it was a totally
weird that
different
Tweek was going to
atmosphere
go
as well,
in
right? We didn't have the
against
Joker. We saw
Arsene.
MKLeo.
Yeah, like Tweek is going in here. He even has just like, he has half of Arsene bar here. What's up, Foil? He's got half of Arsene bar here, so he really just wants to play on his back foot. He doesn't necessarily want to run away, but it's just more play on his back foot so that Leo feels a little more pressure to throw out moves, because he's like, he doesn't want this Arsene to go away, so he's going to try to pressure Tweek into doing something that he'd like, but in this case he didn't even have to do anything. Tweek just decided to go in. I'm not really sure what the reasoning was behind it. I mean, I guess Tweek thought that if he gets one combo, like one wolf combo would have gotten rid of Arsene, but I think he ends up paying for it.
He
here.
wanted to offer many different characters.
Maybe not
too.
necessarily.
If you think about it, like
oh, he does pay for it. Yep.
The ice, right? Of course,
he seems to be coming down with Nair quite a lot.
It was 3-2 in Tweek's favor, sending MKLeo to losers. Then when he faced off against Leo in grand finals,
both these characters in Nairs are so good.
And keep in mind that Tweek was trying to main Pokemon Trainer and Wario, but his wolf is always ready. That's the thing about Tweek. Again, he always has his pocket characters ready at any time that can be taken out, not playing it for months. But Tweek, right now, having an entire
Skin Killer.
That clean up tilt. A lot of people used to call that Snake's up tilt. Find that Tweek was trying to main Pokemon Trainer and Wario, but his wolf is always ready. That's the thing about Tweek. Again, he always has his pocket characters ready at any time that can be taken out, not playing it for months. But Tweek, right now, have an entire stock lead with that clean up tilt.
That's one of those things you gotta really look out for whenever you're at high percent. I mean, once you're at kill percent, like 120 and above, you gotta watch out for that up tilt. So, jumping whenever you're pressured, not always the greatest idea. It is the fastest option out of shield, which is understandable if you go for it. A lot of people go for it. But Wolf has an excellent tool for that, for catching that and just taking your stock, which is up tilt. Up tilt has a tipper hitbox, which is stronger than the rest of the move. But yeah, regardless, you gotta be careful about that. Another thing to look out for is that when you're at high percent, be careful about applying shield pressure, because up smash out of shield is really good at scooping you up and taking your stock.
A lot of people used to call that Snake's up tilt back in the day until you never see.
I feel like I'm talking from this from the Joker's perspective because I main Joker. I used to main Wolf.
In comparison to like Banjos, right? Banjos doesn't go that far forward.
And so this is where Wolf excels. It's just ledge trapping. Because he has so many fast and excellent lag release options.
Known in the last game as being the best.
That was great. Yeah, down smash, so good at catching 2 frames, especially Arsene recovery because his head pokes above the ledge.
So early. And it's funny how I remember in the beginning, people call that move basically DLC.
Oh yeah, the DLC.
It still is, I feel like.
Yeah, it still does feel that way.
I'm gonna turn the volume just a little bit.
However, right now, Tweek doing a fantastic job at keeping his lead, and MKLeo keeps looking for that drag down forward or some random up smash with the KO.
Both these characters are really good ledge trapping, though MKLeo is kind of going for that weird option of like fair trying to catch the neutral get up. That's kind of hard to react to, so it's purely a read. Hey, thanks for the follow, Gib. Great grab. Yeah, he's trying to use so. It's coming up here in just a second. Right there. Yeah, so Leo knows that. Oh, thanks for the host, Foil. For those of you that are watching, we're doing a VOD review of MKLeo versus Tweek at Frostbite 2020. But anyways, what we just witnessed right there. So right here, we saw that Wolf had dropped back just a little bit. Like, I'm gonna have to drop down the speed a little bit. So he jumps back, he jumps straight up, and then he's gonna come straight down here. Because a lot of people think that this platform gives him safety, because it's hard to go through it with an aerial. If you try to, like if Tweek were to nair right here and then drift down, he'd get caught by the platform, but instead he just fell straight down and he timed his aerial drift enough so that his fair would come out without getting caught by the platform. And that's why Wolf is considered really good in neutral, because with this heavy mix-up game, his aerial drift is one of the best in the game. And you're going to see Tweek try to utilize it right here with his falling fair. MKLeo is ready for it though. He knows this Wolf matchup and used to play Wolf for a little bit. So he's going to space himself outside of this fair and punish with the back air. It was like micro spacing. But anyways, yeah, you get the gist. It's an effective mix-up tool as well for a lot of characters. Yeah. So one thing about ledge trapping is that you don't necessarily have to have the read for ledge trapping. You because if you make a hard read and you commit to the wrong option, then you're going to get blown up for it. Here we saw that MKLeo just threw out a Nair, and this covers a couple options. So he missed the neutral getup, but Nair is so lagless that he was able to just get a free grab off of it. He was able to react to the option. So essentially this is covering multiple options right here, which is what ledge trapping is all about. Cover multiple options in a safe manner. Use the Nair to cover neutral getup. He timed it in a way where it would not have covered getup attack, but I suspect that's what he was trying to do, and jump from ledge as well. It would not have covered roll in, because I don't think he wanted to go for roll in, because last time Tweek was in this situation, he was hanging on left ledge and he rolled onto ledge, and Leo just punched it with a pivot grab, and Tweek lost his stock for it. So he's trying to avoid that. MKLeo thinking ahead and punishing Tweek on the neutral getup, covering multiple options: jump, neutral getup, and getup attack. Though he didn't time it as well as he could have to cover the getup attack. He also could have full hop from ledge. If you guys have any input as well, you're welcome to put it in the stream chat. I'm happy to discuss this with you. The whole point of this is just for all of us to get better become better players from this.
Just going straight into this throw. Not gonna KO just yet. Maybe at 180, we'll be able to get a KO. Wow, that was an interesting angle of an up B coming up from Tweek. Very smart, where he's able to.
I think Tweek is dead either way. Yeah, that Nair is so safe on shield.
Very wild to see from Tweek, not deciding to just run away and try to let the Arson meter run.
Kind of want to talk about that shield interaction. So right here, MKLeo knows that he made a bad whiff here. So he's expecting a shield grab for the easy up throw, up air combo into fair or other fair bear. So he's going straight for the spot dodge because it's so easy to go for that spot dodge. It's a pretty quick defensive option, and honestly, it's not a bad option as well. Oh, thanks, King Killer. But yeah, so this is not a bad option to spot dodge whenever you whiff, because a lot of players like to go for that immediate punish. And it's not a bad thing to go for that immediate punish, except if you always go for that immediate punish on a lagless move such as fair, you're going to get blown up for it. MKLeo knows this because he's the best player in the world. So what he does is that he full hops out of shield, fastest option out of shield, and he comes down with a Nair. So the full hop avoids any sort of, well, it doesn't necessarily avoid any sort of offensive options in reaction to whiffing a move, because if he had full hopped, he would have got hit by Nair or even up air. So the full hop is really just a timing perspective. And another thing is that if like Tweek had, instead of spot dodge, he just like rolled or something like that, MKLeo is in a position where it's not disadvantageous to him, because Tweek would have been in the end lag of roll. But anyways, there's a good read on the MKLeo here, knowing that he was going to spot dodge, because then it leads into a free punish with the Nair. Unfortunately, Arsene runs out here, so I don't believe he gets stock from this. Yeah, covering the jump, try to cover the roll. And Leo's trying to use the side B as well to catch landings. Nair will go through the side B, but fair will not, because you have to time it. Yeah, see, Tweek is spot dodging after every time he whiffs. I suspect Tweek is going to make that adjustment so that he doesn't spot dodge, or he might even be trying to condition Leo for the layered game. But, you know, it's Leo. You want to take these games as fast as possible, I would think, like Prodigy did in this tournament. But Leo, let's see here. Whiff move. He knows he's going to whiff. He knows he's going to spot dodge. So he times his next move with the fair one for the easy drag down combo. And so I kind of want to talk about what moves moves players should be going for whenever they're fighting their opponents. Like for example here, Tweek is at a pretty high percent nowadays. Earlier, or at this time, earlier we saw Leo go for the Nair to try to hold on to an advantage state for ledge trapping, and he did get some juice off of it, but now Tweek is in a position where he could lose a stock. So MKLeo is going to be going for killing moves. He's going to be going for stock taking moves, and it's good to hold on to those moves until the later part of the percentages so that the moves don't stale out. And staling is a pretty big factor when it comes to competitive play, because if you're using the same move over and over and over again, it does lessen or reduce the knockback and percentage that you deal to your opponent. Yeah, I agree with that down smash. Send him off stage at a weird angle. Unfortunately, he doesn't get anything off of it. Try to go for the ledge trump, which isn't as consistent of option. But yeah, that was a really good coverage right there. That's just one of those things where, like, if you know that he's going to go for the certain option, then you might as well commit to the option that will absolutely cover it and take the stock. And up air is a stock taking move from higher elevation, such as that.
I believe it was like top 32, top 64, somewhere around that range, where people were saying, once the players make it out of top 64, somewhere around that range, where people were saying, once the players make it out of
I guess MKLeo is expecting Tweek to drop down, but using platforms to interrupt your landing and to space out your timing is also really good. Like a big part of neutral as well is mixing up your timing landing. A lot of punishing is catching landings as well. If you mix up your landing timing by landing on platforms, not landing on platforms, not fast falling, it can really throw off your opponent. We might see more of that in the later part of the set.
We might potentially have an MKLeo versus Larry set, and Larry did really good. Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, there's some more spacing right there. Yeah, fair spacing. It's like very small spacing, micro spacing. Getting punished for throwing that side B again. Ooh, great coverage.
After that down air, to see if there's going to be a panic roll towards center stage. Some players tend to do that. Good coverage by MK.
All right, and Arsene's going to be gone maybe in about 20 seconds or so.
Ooh, great spacing on that. That dash back was great. A whole lot of neutral is just with punishing. Yeah, smash 4, jump away. Yeah, great coverage. Dash attack is a really reliable tool for Wolf, given how much ground it covers and how much damage it does. Lots of knockback as well. I'm willing to bet that's one of the best dash attacks in the game. Probably top tier if I were to list it. Paolo would be right there next to him. But yeah, it's understandable that it would have gone for this dash attack. I mean, most Wolves probably would have gone for it, but MKLeo had the spacing. He knew that Wolf was going to be scouting for that burst option, so he gives himself just enough space. One thing that MKLeo does keep in mind whenever he does this sort of thing is that it puts him in the corner right here. If Tweek had held on to the dash attack and had dash attack like right here, MKLeo would be off stage, and probably like maybe a quarter of Arsene bar. So Tweek has a really good down smash, or Wolf has a really good down smash, and he already two-framed Arsene's recovery. So Tweek would have been in a much better position, but since he dash attacked pretty early, he gets caught by his MKLeo spacing.
20 seconds or so, and it looks like Tweek is looking desperately.
He probably should have back thrown there, but that's fine.
But it's not happening right now. He's still going in on MKLeo, and he's just taking damage from the image.
And so, kind of going back to the landing on the platform thing, MKLeo has already figured out that Tweek's landing on platforms. He's not landing on the ground. So he's covering the option to land on the ground with that back air, and it works out perfectly for him. The constant adaptation from top level players is amazing.
His ledge trapping is just so amazing right there.
Try to go for the ledge trump.
Floated a little bit, did not use his fast fall, was waiting for Arsene to go away, and now this is a good scenario for Tweek. Floated a little bit, did not use his fast fall, was waiting for Arsene to go away.
Oh! He was expecting spot dodge. And Tweek adjusted. Look at this. Look at this.
All right, I like how he did that. He just floated a little bit, did not use his fastball, was waiting.
Whiff. He expected the spot dodge right here. But look what Tweek did. He dashed away, knowing that MKLeo was going for that spot dodge punish. This is great adaptation. This is top level adaptation. Well, actually, like this isn't adaptation that's necessary for top level players. This is just adaptation that everybody needs to account for. Because whenever, like, this is the whole part of punishing your player's bad habits. Tweek knew that he was having a bad habit of spot dodging on whiffs. So what does he do? He adjusts himself so he would be able to cover the option that he knows that MKLeo is likely to go for. He's at high percent. A fair one, drag down up air, up smash would probably kill him at this percent. So dash away would have avoided the full hop nair. Those are just a platform right here, so you probably would not have gone for the nair. So it's very likely that regardless of the percent, MKLeo is going to go for that fair one or for some other quick burst option that's timed to avoid the spot dodge. But like I'm discussing here, Tweek knows this, he spaces himself properly, and he punishes Leo accordingly.
For Arsene to go away, and now this is a good scenario for Tweek to be able to try to get the KO down smash.
Ooh, great coverage.
Good timing right there. Do it early.
Oh my gosh, I'm actually surprised that KO's so early, but again, it is that rage. And right now, Leo maybe does have some sort of a wolf problem.
We'll see. I mean, he was able to.
And right now, Leo maybe does have some sort of a wolf problem.
We'll see. I mean, he was able to actually still get the W on Larry. It's just that Wolf is a character that definitely can combat Joker.
Yes, for sure. And interesting recovery right there. He's going to get punished. I saw how he went for that. He was not trying to go high, or he could get back aired. And again, Tweek.
Yeah, there's that spacing again. MKLeo is really good about about Joker spacing.
Again, when Arsene's out, people usually like to stall a little bit. This guy's like, no, I'm going to fight. But almost every time Arsene's out, he's just taking damage. He's not really getting the damage to make Arsene fight. But almost every time Arsene's out, he's just taking damage. He's not really getting the damage to make Arsene disappear faster.
Unfortunate left grab.
I really like the fact that people are trying to engage
Excuse me.
more with Arsene because of the fact that nowadays they're trying to like the fact that people are trying to engage more with Arsene because of the fact that nowadays they're trying to reward us for engaging, getting those hits, right, getting those grabs on Arsene so we get off, take more meter off of the character.
Reacting to Joker in the air can be pretty tricky because he doesn't have to fastball to get any of his confirms. He can just normal fall, fair one, drag down, up smash. Yeah. Ooh, I would have up smashed if I were Tweek there. Well, maybe not. I don't think that would have killed. Well, maybe with rage it would have killed. I'm talking about when you parried. Yeah, just right there when he parried. He parried this right here. He knows the fair one's coming at this point because MKLeo is fishing it. He loves for that combo. All Jokers love that combo. But what led Leo to fair one here? Not really anything. He just kind of fished for it in neutral. Try to get out of disadvantage aggressively. Trade projectiles. I say that's a fair trade. A good trade for Leo. Ooh, that was fancy. Back row, not gonna kill. Great. Yeah. F tilt's just as it's safer than down smash.
He's doing a fantastic job of getting these 2 frames right now off on Leo.
And as much as people say they don't like facing off against Arsene, I for one am a big frames right now off on Leo. And as much as people say they don't like facing off against Arsene, I for one am a big fan of at least facing off against Arsene when he's off stage and recovering.
That is true. Yeah. These combos are not stopping. Beautiful resets coming out from Tweek.
Bad fair.
79% on Leo, and that was the pivot. Beautiful resets coming out from Tweek right now. 79% on Leo, and that was the
Whiff grab. Right idea, he just misspaced it.
Tweek does not care. He's like, I don't care if Arsene's out. I'm going in, and because of that, he's now going to take like 42% in 3 seconds. All right.
Ooh. Yeah, Tweek's not spot dodging anymore. Not shield grabbing either.
Little shot to be able to stuff him out. Trying to go for that drag down up air, double wobble. We need to change it.
Ooh, I don't think it's gonna kill. Yeah. Yeah, this is just holding advantage state now. Yeah, this is great coverage by MKLeo. A lot of advantage state is ledge trapping, so knowing your character's options for ledge trapping is super important. Great up smash. He hadn't used that that was his first up smash throughout the entire set, so Leo was not expecting it at all. Holding on to those kill options is also very smart. Conditions your opponent to not think about those options. One player that I kind of want to mention now, he's actually in our scene, is MJG. He plays an Inkling main. MJG is a very, very patient, reserved player. He played, and that comes from playing Brawl in Project M, I think. A very patient player. He plays in a way that just whittles you down, and once he has his opening, he just takes it to the bank. And whenever you're at kill percent, he's going to whip out that roller when you least expect it. And it's like, oh, he's been back airing. He's just been dashing around, baiting me to do stuff. I'm going to be patient. I'm going to dash in, wait for, oh, roller. I'm dead. Okay. But yeah, that's kind of the thing that players can think about whenever they are, when they have their opponent at a kill percent. Holding on to those kill options only for when you need it. Tweek made the good call here of killing him with the up smash because one, it covered a whole lot of landing options, and two, MKLeo was not expecting it because that was the second time this entire set that Tweek has pulled out up smash, so I really like that option that he threw out there. And for those of you that are still here, what I am doing here is I am doing a VOD analysis of MKLeo versus Tweek at Frostbite 2020. You are more than welcome to type in the chat what your inputs are. If you have anything in mind that you want to talk about, I would love to discuss this with you.
Him on that one on his first place. He was able to win the Dream Hack Smash Board, now won an Ultimate, and my boy Tweek is saying, I'm about to show you what Wolf can do too.
Alright, so one thing that I did not point out earlier was that Tweek is starting to full hop whenever he's experiencing pressure. Previously, he was either dashing away or spot dodging. It appears MKLeo may be starting to catch on to that because he followed Tweek up in the air with a Nair right here. There it is, yep. MKLeo kind of just giving him center stage back. That was ballsy. The one thing I'm willing to say that Joker's up tilt is probably his worst move. It's not a bad up tilt, but just look how Leo is just suspended in the air. But another thing that I kind of want to mention though, this aerial drift by Tweek was just amazing right here. It got Leo. It really got him to the point where he thought, oh, Tweek is just going to hold in on me. I'm going to catch his landing with an up tilt because it's disjointed. It's going to catch fair and nair. He did not account for Wolf's aerial drift here. He landed just on the corner of this platform here. I'm going to slow it down. Alright, so drop down. Oh, I'm going to land on platform. It really looked like right here that Tweek was going to land back on center stage, but he pulled it back just a little bit, just enough to land on this platform, which was a great move. It was a great move by him to avoid any sort of punish that MKLeo was going to throw out, up smash, up tilt, even side B. Utilizing this platform as well to avoid any sort of option that MKLeo could have gone with down here that's more horizontal. Obviously, MKLeo could have read this, that he was going to go to platform like he has been earlier, and just follow him up right there. But it was a great move by Tweek. Fair to back air conversion. Love that combo. Yep. MKLeo is so good at ledge trapping. Reading the roll in after normal get up. Yep. He was expecting to roll in. Maybe he was expecting the jump from the previous time he was on ledge. Weak Nair. Like I said this earlier, but Weak Nair is really good at interrupting. Like, you may not get anything true off of a Weak Nair, but it certainly disrupts your opponent for you to get back into a neutral position. Great read in the jump there. See, this is kind of another thing I kind of want to talk about. I did mention this earlier about mixing up your landing timing. Tweek did not fast fall here. Lots of players like to fast fall in neutral, but he didn't. Like, if he had fast fallen, Wolf would have been like right here, which would have been probably maybe a little too low for Joker, but holding on to your fast fall and just doing a slow fall, normal fall, and then throwing out back air covered specifically the option for Joker to go up, either on the platform or just jumping, which is great coverage from Tweek, knowing that MKLeo is probably looking out for whiffed aerials and just try to punish Wolf as he comes down or after he lands.
One of the things he's just going to have to mix up is that he loves to catch landings with forward airs, and these players are trying to hit him first, and there it is again. Yeah, I feel like the original forward
Tweek likes to full hop either straight up or drift back, and then drift forward with the fair. Really trick their opponents into approaching, and then getting caught by fair. Yeah, so that was really good ledge trapping by Leo. So you may not get anything specifically off of ledge trapping, but whenever you're performing good ledge trapping, you're keeping yourself in an advantageous position that your opponent is going to take advantage of. So back air on shield. So this isn't bad here, though Wolf could have easily fared out of shield, but at the same time, he's sitting at 139%. Could easily die to another fair back air if he's not careful. So I can understand that he's sitting in shield here. Gonna dash forward, trying to just, so that whole game plan was be patient rather than being aggressive out of the corner, which is understandable. Sitting at 139%, could easily die to a back air. And then MKLeo threw out another back air, expecting Wolf to be staying in the corner, which is fine. I mean, characters that hold shield a lot, or players that like to hold shield a lot, usually tend to stay in the corner like this to just kind of deal with the pressure and just slip by it. But he covers it pretty well with a fair one. It is a pretty reactable thing to punish. Oh, actually, yeah, Tweek tried to do the thing where he landed on the platform and then fell down. Though I'm not sure why he went for the up air. I feel like a nair or a back air would be much better, so I think that was just more of a slip up on Tweek's part. Like, he was out of disadvantage at that point, for the most part.
Yeah, that's the thing that, I mean, that's the record between Tweek and Leo averages, man. Let's get it. Let's go. Okay, down throw into. Oh, he got it again.
Ooh, good read.
Try to wait to see if he's going to jump back on stage. Oh, challenge him.
Ooh, yeah, that is 2 hits.
Able to parry the first one, but not the second.
Yeah, he's covering that platform landing again. Okay, nair. Looking for that full hop or just fishing for something. He knows that he has to take the stocks as soon as possible. Like, if there's any way that Tweek's going to win here, he has to take the stock now, and then take the next stock even faster. Yeah, at this point, Tweek's kind of just fishing for something that's going to kill. Which is understandable. Sometimes you have to go for that stuff when you're down by so much. That dash attack, great coverage. Hasn't really been using dash attack recently.
192 right now on Tweek though. A down throw, back throw, doesn't even have range. Wait, Tweek. And now, I mean, this could be his time. I thought he was waiting.
Thought he was going up there. Back air, not going to do it. Oh, it is going to do it. Okay. Center stage.
Just barely able to get that KO, even though he was at over 200% after that.
Okay, that's yeah, game 3 Leo. Happens to everybody that he fights. Brings him to game 3. And then best of 5 scenario.
Game 4, by the way, I didn't want to say it, but I mean, it's a true.
Ooh, yeah, Tweek playing it very patiently there. Alright, yeah, I really like Tweek's patience right here in neutral. Choosing not to punish any of that. He's going to catch a poorly timed nair though. Unfortunately, he gets downward gunned.
Yeah, and at 0% too, you probably want to go for up throw to up air instead of like up throw to dash attack, because at 2%, they're going to be able to shield, so that's all. That's true. Right now, they're looking really hard to get hidden, and MKLeo shield, so that's all. That's true. Right now, they're looking really hard to get hidden, and MKLeo starts.
Yeah, great bait.
Into about 40, actually 50% already. I feel like him not DAing away, into about
yeah, MKLeo is always covering the platform landing. Look at this. Ooh, he had the read, just misspaced it.
Alright, but Arsene is now here, and again, Tweek is not going to run away. He's going to approach.
Yep, and Leo just baiting a lot too with him.
And again, Tweek is not going to run away. He's going to approach.
Yeah, so this landing on the platform,
And again, Tweek is not
like I
gonna run
mentioned.
away.
So Tweek approaches right here. He expected Tweek to come straight down here and hit a shield, but he landed on the platform, so it mixed up his timing, and it was enough for Tweek to get a punish off of it. Because he jumps, and Tweek hits him with the nair. One of just those small interactions that really does matter, because at this point, Tweek does have Leo at some form of disadvantage.
Yep, and Leo just baiting a lot too with a run-up shield.
Though he doesn't really get a whole lot of it, unfortunately. Because it did require another action, but MKLeo was ready.
That was interesting. It almost looked like that first backer was
Yeah.
a bait, and that's not the best guy on this one to counter. There
Yeah,
it
he's
is.
gonna hit him first. And Leo's just
Yeah, so that ledge trap,
run-up shield.
all he did was react. He covered multiple options and reacted.
There was a bait, and that's not.
See that a lot here.
That was interesting. It
Nair covered multiple options. Tweek jumps with a full hop nair. MKLeo reacts.
almost looked like that first backer was a bait, and that's not the best guy on this one to counter. There
Yeah,
it
he's
is.
gonna hit him first.
All right, the way that counter works, guys, if you are facing away from the stage, it will always send away from the stage, even if you hit Joker from behind. So it's up right there by MKLeo, but Arsene's now gone.
Hey, hanging right there by a thread. Going back on stage, literally threading.
All right, but hopefully we'll see that
Yeah.
random up smash come out by MKLeo.
Tweek kind of just gave him the leeway to get back to center stage.
Thread. Going back on
Right here.
literally threading.
Yep, right there.
But hopefully we'll see that random up smash come out, but MKLeo's so good at these early percent combos, especially.
Honestly, I think whenever
Right there.
when you have advantage or you have your opponent at ledge, I think generally staying grounded a little more often, unless if you have a really safe aerial with low lag, is better for you because you just have more options available to you. You can jump at whenever time you want. You can use any attack you want. You can roll, spot dodge. Literally, you just have more options available to yourself. Whenever you jump, you're limiting your own options.
Drag down on this time around, and there goes the up smash.
Great up smash.
Okay, not able to get the drag down on this time around, and there goes the up smash in such long range.
Low profile that back air.
Alright, let's see what's happening here. Well, 113 looking similar to the last game where Tweek was very far behind.
Unlucky.
Oh, that was a little mistake coming out from Tweek, air dodging off the stage, but still able to make it back. 136. Wow, I'm noticing that Leo's having a lot of trouble getting it back.
Yeah, I'm going to say it over and over and over again. MKLeo's ledge trapping is amazing, Joker.
But he's doing a really good job of just holding down the
Wasn't
stage.
expecting side B.
That's basically in disadvantage mixing it up too. But this could be a really big combo right here.
Oh, could be another down throw to a potential.
Tweek's just,
I like that he didn't go
he's trying to slow it down.
because it's not at 0, but that's gonna be the stop. Read, I like that he didn't go for the dash attack immediately because it's not at 0.
Yeah, you gotta be really careful about using projectiles at such a close range with that. You're stuck in a lot of lag that a faster character like Joker can punish pretty easily. Especially when you're at high percent.
Really early too, so.
Excuse me.
All right, remember this is game for Leo, so I'm not too shocked. Almost gets that KO right there.
Yep.
That's it.
And I love the mix up right there by Leo.
Yeah.
We saw a lot of times he just stayed there.
And this is the part where, you know, the outside world starts to take effect, because, you know, it's like, oh, I just need to take one more game, and I beat the best player in the world, and he just two-stocked me. After I was playing so dominantly, so well, he just two-stocks me. Like, what do I do next? Like, I thought this was working, and then all of a sudden it wasn't. Like, what do I do? And it's really hard to get out of that. Because you go in the game plan, and then it works at first, and then it stops working. And this is where that adaptation comes into play. Okay, yeah, so that was not a fastball nair. Fastball nair would have covered spot dodge in place, but Leo did just a normal falling nair, falling short hop nair, which covered more than one option.
Right now, he's definitely in a situation where he has played these players before, so it's not now. He's definitely in a situation where he has played these players before.
That grappling hook was definitely very committal, and Leo just ate 36% because of it, and he's eating even more. You gotta be careful about making those kind of commitments against a character like Wolf. He'll just blow you up. Yeah, ever since that grappling hook, MKLeo hasn't been able to get anything going. Which the grappling hook was a fine option if you knew that the Wolf was going to go back to center stage, but as we've seen, even at Pokemon Stadium, this Tweek was always going to platforms that he had available to him. So I think if I were MKLeo, I would have expected... You know what, I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say that if I'm fighting against a player that's always going to a platform, I'm going to suspect that he's going to go for the platform for the next time he's in that situation and cover that option. It's the whole mentality of if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Leo definitely wanted for the go for the drag down up there.
This time gets really aggressive. I thought he's gonna wait for an air dodge, but just got the quick grab. And now, no roll.
Yeah, that's such safe pressure.
He saved that one right now.
I think he's going for that double bear right there on the shield because he knows that Tweek is dropping shield right away. He's not only just dropping shield, he is just dropping shield. He's not doing anything afterwards. He drops shield and he runs forward or he rolls forward. Instead, like, he's not doing anything offensive out of shield. He's not fairing out of shield. He's not nearing out of shield. He's not even full hopping out of shield out of the corner anymore, which is fine because a lot of good players are going to suspect that players are going to full hop out of shield when they're stuck in the corner. Tweek is wanting to avoid that stereotype, so he tries to play the patient game, but Leo is aware of this, so that he just faired shield and then fair again because he suspects that Tweek is going to drop shield. And that's relatively a safe option, given how fast back air is and how low end lag it is. So it was a really great play by MKLeo. Man, this is a really bad situation for Tweek.
Final stop, 3 stocks right here. Yeah. For MKLeo. You guys, losers finals.
Again, this is
Yeah, instead of so. So in that situation right there, when Leo was in shield, I was suspected that he was going to dash back towards center stage and give himself room to punish Tweek again, but instead he goes for the immediate back air out of shield. I don't know if that was intentional to like as a reaction to the whiffed aerial that Tweek threw out, or if he's trying to catch Tweek trying to overshoot something in neutral, trying to follow up on Tweek from or MKLeo from running away. Yeah, MKLeo is starting to throw out a lot of bears in his shield. MKLeo like, yay, it's mini FD. He's not going to a platform anymore. I can punish his landing.
MKLeo, look at the control of Tweek, striking back here 113%.
All right, our set is gone, but that's decently high percent right now for Tweek.
Really good. The gun. Not a whole lot of people expect gun. It's his neutral special.
That's right. He doesn't want to get back right here.
Yeah. Really safe. Really safe ledge pressure. That was the first time, maybe like second or third time, that Tweek has been able to apply ledge pressure like that. There it is, yep.
And MKLeo is going to take it over the...
Yeah, so how would I summarize this? I say that Tweek applied a lot of adaptation in like the first 2.5 games of the set, but MKLeo was constantly like MKLeo at first appeared to be like he was wanting to go for more MKLeo stuff rather than just Joker stuff in general. I could be wrong though. I would consider myself like above a mid-level player. You know, I'm not going to talk about that, but anyways, to summarize this, MKLeo applied a lot of really good adaptation. I think for like specifically for like platforms and how Tweek was utilizing platforms, and shield pressure and ledge trapping as well. And Tweek was trying to do a whole lot of wolf stuff that is safe, and they're not bad options. It's just MKLeo was ready for them after game 2. Well, he was ready for them game 1 and 2, but he made the proper adjustments for all the other stuff. But yeah, I think that's going to conclude my VOD review of MKLeo versus Tweek, losers finals at Frostbite 2020. Thank you guys for watching me. Let's see here. I think what I'm going to do sometime in the future is I'm going to do viewer VOD reviews where I look at your VODs instead of professional players' VODs, so that we can help you improve as well. And it doesn't have to be streamed either. It could be off stream. I used to consider myself like kind of a coach, but more of just like a VOD reviewer where I offer advice. And that's something I love to do with people. I love to offer advice to people. Even if it's wrong, we learn from our mistakes. And that's the whole point of VOD reviews, that we learn from our mistakes and other people's mistakes as well. But failure is the best teacher, and I think we should capitalize that as competitive Smash Bros. Players. Okay, yep, but for now I'm going to go ahead and take a quick break, get something to eat. Back.